Hello, my name is Bea and I'm a nutrition and hydration specialist. And today I have a very special guest with me, Tracy. Tracy is also a hydration specialist. We are both, in fact, water snobs, as you will find out in a minute. Tracy is the founder of the Water Snobs community. She's also a fitness instructor and female empowerment coach. So, welcome, Tracy, and thank you for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I am so grateful to be here and to meet all of your beautiful community. I'm all the way here in Ontario, and you are in the UK, which is just so amazing how this world works.
Absolutely. So I would like to invite you, me and Tracy, is to rethink your drink today. So
Mhm.
that's what we are going to be talking about. And I'm just going to share my screen with you now so you can see. As these things normally start with, I'll just do a quick disclaimer first that this information is for educational purposes only and it's not meant to substitute the advice provided to you by your health professionals. The results reported may not necessarily occur in all people, results may vary, and these statements are not evaluated by FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Jumping straight in, did you know that your body is made of over 70% water? Your organs, such as your brain, is over 80%, your blood is over 90%, and I was shocked to learn that even your bones have got a considerable amount of water in them, 31%. When it comes to the molecular structure, the molecules in our bodies are actually made of 95% water, and the remaining 5% will be your proteins, your fats, your minerals, your vitamins, and things like that. So when it comes to looking after our bodies, I'll see if you agree, but most people tend to concentrate and purely focus on that 5%, neglecting the 95%, which is the hydration part. We buy expensive food supplements, we pay for expensive gym memberships, but we neglect the part that is going to make the biggest difference to our health and well-being.
Yeah, amazing. It is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing. We skip over this conversation all the time, even with our doctors, right? Nobody's talking about it, which really shocked me.
And when it comes to hydration, there are two parts to it. So first and foremost, you need to drink enough water. And then secondly, you need to drink the good quality water. So it's not just the quantity, it's the quality. When it comes to quantity, there's a website that I personally like to use, and that's called Hydration for Health, hydrationforhealth.com. It has got something called a hydration calculator. And what you can do is you can actually put in your age and your weight and your height, your physical activity, the country you live in, and all the liquids and water that you drink throughout the day. And it will work out how hydrated or dehydrated you are. So I would say that is a good starting point for finding out if you drink enough, and most of us don't. And secondly, it's the quality of water that we need to look at, because as you will learn today, not all water is created equal.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have? What do we normally drink when we drink water? We tend to opt for tap water or bottled water. We know that tap water isn't the best. We used to think that bottled water was the answer, the solution, but now we sadly know that it is toxic for our bodies. Also an interesting fact that the World's Health Organization actually estimates that over 80% of all the diseases worldwide are waterborne. And I personally didn't know this before, and I was quite shocked to learn that. Not to mention that bottled water contributes to the plastic epidemic, it's unsustainable, and it has a significant negative effect on our planet. Something you may wish to look up is called the Great Garbage Patch. To get some sort of idea of the damage that is being done. And what you will see that there is this patch of garbage which contains over 3 trillion bits of plastic, and it's in the North Pacific Ocean. And in terms of the size, it's twice the size of Texas or 3 times the size of France for my European friends. So basically, the bottom line is, if something is not done about this now, it's the next generation and the generation after that that's really going to suffer.
Exactly.
And also, shockingly, 29 billion plastic water bottles are thrown away every single year, and that's in the US alone. It's estimated that by 2020, we will have more plastic in our oceans than we will have fish.
I don't know about you, but I don't want to barbecue a plastic water bottle. I'd much prefer to barbecue a fish.
Exactly.
Right?
Also talking about plastics, microplastics. So what happens with bottled water is that sometimes, and I actually first learned this from you, Tracy, that I didn't realize that the dead water sat in the plastic bottle could be sat there for even a couple of years before it's sold.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens during that time is that the chemicals from the plastic will leach into water.
Yeah.
And it's estimated that on average, a human being consumes about 5 grams of plastic each and every single week. Mm-hmm. To put it in perspective, it's the size of your credit or your business card that goes into your body every week. And most of that will come from bottled water.
Yeah.
So what about tap water? Can we drink tap water? Well, as you know, it contains chlorine, and chlorine can do good things for us, as in it will kill the bad bacteria. But unfortunately, along the way, it will destroy a lot of good bacteria. So it keeps us safe, but at what cost? And some of these good things that our bodies need are some fatty acids that play a very important role for our nervous system and for our brain in particular. And then you have something called chloramine, which is mixed with aluminium, and that is carcinogenic, meaning that is linked to causing cancer. Mm-hmm. So, after all the bad news, is it all bad news? Are we just doomed and gloomed and just give up now? Well, luckily, me and Tracy are here to tell you that there is an answer, there is a solution that is safe, that is sustainable, and that basically at a push of a button, you can have an unlimited supply of healthy water for you and for your family. Yeah. And I'll let Tracy to tell you a bit more about that part.
You get to be Debbie Downer, and I get to be like, woohoo, I have the answer.
Good cop and bad cop.
That's actually how I felt. I remember I was in a job that I despised, and my client, I was doing his paperwork and realized he was my neighbor. And when his wife came in to pick up their car, because I was working in the car business, she handed me some information about this water. And I, for some reason, didn't throw it out. I kept it and realized that they were my neighbor. So they invited me over to try some water. And I remember looking at this on her counter going, what is that? And like was blown away. And then when my husband and I went to something like this and we learned about it, our jaws dropped to the ground and we said, well, what do we go home and drink? We didn't realize we had a problem. We didn't realize it. And then we're like, thank the Lord, someone is showing me that there is a better way. And that's what really I'm excited to do. So Kangen water, just so you guys know, Kangen is the branded name of an amazing wellness technology that was invented by the Japanese. And they're all about living long and healthy lives, because medication can help us live a long life. But when you actually pair that with a healthy life, now you're talking. I don't know about you, but I want to be like the best, craziest grandmother in the whole world. That's my plan.
Absolutely. It's not
Right?
just
Yeah.
living until 90s, but it's actually having, the quality of life 100%.
Like I'm 52 and I plan to be like doing amazing things the next 50 years of my life, but I need this to work for me mentally, physically, all that stuff. So the Japanese, they have a history, that they're all about preventing sickness and disease, right? So when I hear about something that's Japanese, I know the quality is going to be amazing. And I know that they're on the right track for me personally, because that's something that I aspire to do. So when they created this technology, they said, well, we need to brand this water. And they chose Kangen because it means return to origin. So that can mean all kinds of things to you, but water coming back to its original state, your body coming back to balance. We were born in water. We were in the womb, right? In our mothers in water. Water is life. So, and this is back to the way Mother intended. We're made of energy. We're made of water. So excited to be sharing this with you guys. Okay, so here it is. Ba, ba, ba. I feel like I should have a drum roll. Okay, so this is called the K8, Kangen 8. And the reason for that, it has 8 magical, incredible parts of this system inside that we'll get to in a little bit. But it's really the most powerful appliance, most used, valued, I don't even like to call it an appliance, your best wellness technology you will ever have access to. It hooks directly up to your faucet. So super easy. You can connect it in all different ways, but it's a plug and play. Really, really easy to use. It's a push button. You can see all the little buttons on there. Smart technology, easy to take care of. And basically it's the size of your coffee maker in your kitchen. It's capable of producing 5 different versatile waters. Oh my gosh, that I had no idea the impact they were going to have in my life, but they can help you eliminate all the harmful toxins that, are hidden in many of our products, in and around our home, in your business. People love this in their businesses, like spas, massage therapy, any kind of clinical space. Because remember, this has been used in hospitals in Japan for almost 50 years. Like their hospitals use this technology. So eliminate your harmful toxins in around your home, replaces expensive beauty products. Like you love the beauty water is my kids obsessed with your skin and more. Like it's never ending. There's literally, and B can show you, like there's like lists and lists of how to use all the waters and to get the most out of your technology. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I believe the list I have is actually there's over 100 different uses. And I will just add that it's portable. So if you're worried that you're someone that travels a lot, you can take it with you.
Right?
If you don't live in your forever home, there's no worries. You'll be able to to take this with you when you move. And it's a once in a lifetime purchase as well. I'd say if you look after it, it will last you. So this is not
25. I've met people that have had their unit for over 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely. So
yeah, it is. It's amazing. Yeah. So we're going to get into all the uses now. So up to 100 different uses, and people are coming up with new ways all the time for all of these waters to use in your home and business. So there's 5 different waters that your K8 will produce at the touch of a button. And I'm going to just go through them really quickly. So your strong Kangen water, it effectively and safely removes harmful pesticides off your produce. Had no idea what was going on there until I really opened my eyes to that, and the harm that does to our bodies over time. It replaces toxic household cleaning products conveniently, which is amazing. No more going out to the store, no having all these plastic big containers in your recycling bin. Like you're really contributing to a healthier planet and a healthier you in so many ways. And the best thing too, saves you a ton of money. Like a lot of people are like, oh, well, I like nice smelling things. Well, jump into the essential oils bandwagon, because you can add essential oils and make everything smell customized to you, which is
That
pretty cool.
is what I do actually. I do combine a lot of the things with essential oils, yes.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so I always get asked this question. And B, you can touch on this. We can even do another live on this if you want at some point. Really important to understand, like, what is bottled alkaline water compared to Kangen water? Okay, because it gets really, really confusing, because we often are told don't drink a lot of alkaline water. Our doctors will say don't drink a lot of alkaline water or don't drink it at all. And they're right, because there is a really big difference that people do not understand. And we're here to help you enter more of a knowledgeable place and be a smart consumer. So biggest difference between these two is, okay, we're going to start with what's the same first. So both have been alkalized, meaning that the pH has been raised above neutral in both, above that 7.0 pH, okay? Now, it's how they did this, how they got to that place, that's different. So let's start with the bottled water. So you've seen labels with 9.5 pH, right? We have them here all over in Canada. I'm assuming you guys have those in the UK as well?
Yes, we do. Yeah, we do.
So guess where they got that 9.5 number from for their marketing, for marketing their water? From this technology. Like, we started this conversation. Pretty powerful. And all of them are trying to compete. There's knockoff machines out there. There's like bottled water companies making boatloads of money at a premium. And we started the conversation. We started this. So you can thank us for that, but we have the best solution. So, and the way they're trying to do this, the way they try and get to that 9.5 and sell you guys what we think is a premium bottle of water is by adding chemicals to the water. So usually first, they use a process, and it's a reverse osmosis process. Some of you listening may have this technology in your home. And the challenge with that, think of that process as like an antibiotic. So it strips all the good and all the bad out of the water. Everything's gone, just like an antibiotic does. It takes all your good and bad bacteria gone, right? And now you have to replenish that. And how does your body do that? Your body replaces what it needs that you took away. If you're putting something in your body that doesn't have what it needs, it's going to find it in your body, right? It's going to find the minerals in your body, because reverse osmosis strips it all out, all the minerals, all of it, gone. You're basically drinking dead water. And then they try to add chemicals back into your water to make it healthy again. And unfortunately for you, as the consumer, not aware of this, this is not the case. You're not actually able to absorb these nutrients, these minerals, plus the fact it's also sitting in plastic. So you're drinking dead water. It's been sitting in plastic, leaching all the chemicals, xenoestrogens, which are estrogen mimicking hormones, terrible for women and men, young girls, like all of these things. Not good. So the main difference with a Kangen machine with this technology is it uses electrolysis. It's using electricity, not chemicals, to alkalize the water and raise the pH. And when you do that, the biggest difference is the alkalinity. And the alkalinity is the ability to neutralize an acid. And this is where you need to be really, really super careful as a consumer. Because you probably heard, like I said in the beginning, doctors say stay away from alkaline water. It's just a hype, and it's not safe. And it's harmful. And it can actually affect your body's pH. Well, like I said, they're right. They are right. Bottled alkaline water, any alkaline water, has been altered through a chemical process. And it contains a much higher alkalinity. So that's the ability to neutralize an acid. And we always go to that stomach acid conversation, and it can alter your pH. So high alkalinity, we would think that's good, right? It's not, because it's going to neutralize those acids. And when you alter your pH, when you use electrolysis, you're not putting those buffers in the water. So it's not fake. Like, buffers are not the solution. The alkalinity in Kangen water is very low. So Kangen water has a very low alkalinity. In fact, it would take, and this is really cool, it would take 160 gallons of Kangen water to have the same effect as 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So next time you go to buy your bottle of alkaline water, look at the ingredients. You shouldn't be adding ingredients to water, guys. Water is beautiful, pure, clean first, and then bring it back to life second. So it actually has a therapeutic effect on your body. So 160 gallons of Kangen water to have the same effect as 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You could have like the most acidic water. You could have an acidic pop and add a teaspoon of baking soda to it and it would become alkaline. Does that make it healthy? No. So another way to explain this is relative to our digestion. The body is about 1 liter of stomach acid in our stomachs. That's about what we have in our stomachs. It would take 2,600 gallons of Kangen water to neutralize that. So when people say, oh, alkalinity, alkaline water, not good, it's going to affect my stomach acid, you're right. You shouldn't actually drink anything while you're eating. But if you're drinking water that has a high alkalinity, yeah, it's going to affect your stomach acid. Kangen water does not. Kangen water has a low alkalinity.
I was just going to mention before we go on to the next slide is that I actually had an experience with a client when she first learned about this water, and this is the dangers of doing half the research, shall we say. So her and her partner understood that, you know, Kangen water is alkaline and therefore alkaline is good for you, and they went searching for options on Google, and they bought something that was alkaline water, alkalinity achieved by chemicals, and she actually had quite a severe reaction to it. Her whole body came up in a rash. So you do have to be careful what you go for. And in terms of anything when it comes to kind of, let's say, synthetic substances that are these chemicals, these powders, because they are synthetic and they are artificially made in laboratories, to our bodies, they are foreign substances. They can't be absorbed and utilized in an efficient way. So it's really going down to basics and having things that are, you know, as Kangen water, as, you know, back to original as much as you can, meaning real food and real good healthy hydration. The body recognizes the way it's intended to.
Yeah, 100%. And again, you know, let's not confuse expensive bottled alkaline water to what you just said. Great story, B. We don't want to confuse the expensive bottled alkaline water, even though it says 9.5 on it.
Yeah.
Because they're really good at marketing. They're really, really good at marketing. You're buying plastic. You're not buying water, right?
Yeah.
So we mentioned, so what is electrolysis? So we've mentioned this a few times so far. So I'm going to get into explain to you what this is, okay? Because it's a really important piece to this puzzle. So in this diagram, we're showing you what it looks like when the water enters your machine. So again, this hooks up to your faucet anywhere. It's a plug and play option. All you need is a tap and all you need is an electrical outlet. That's it. So in this diagram, we're showing you what it looks like when the water enters the machine. So the water enters the machine from your tap, from your faucet, simple hookup, and yes, it's portable, as Bea mentioned, so you can travel with it. Amazing, and you're going to want to, because once you start drinking this water, you won't just be a water snob. Your body will tell you, no thank you, that water tastes disgusting, or it doesn't make me feel good. That's literally what happens. You cannot drink any other water. I haven't drank any other water for almost 4 years. Like, literally, I can say that with absolute truth and authentic sharing, because my body was like, no way. So
I can just go into share as well. I love the fact that we can travel with this, but I had recently had an experience, actually 2 experiences, but I was just going away for a long weekend. So, you know, hand luggage only, so couldn't take the machine and wouldn't make sense to. And I tell you not, I kid you not, the thirst that I experienced.
Oh, yeah.
Like nothing would touch the sides of it. And I was just drinking and drinking and drinking. And without being too brutal about it, my body was just pushing it straight out.
Yeah.
As it went in, it was just like, what the hell is this? And when I got home, I was just rushing to the tap. I was like, I need a glass of water.
I know. And even your skin feels it, everything. Like when you understand what it feels like to be hydrated, you only want that feeling. You just do. So travels from your tap, right? And then the water travels through an internal high grade filter. So you'll see this filter right here. Okay, double carbon block filter. It's removing the chlorine, some unpleasant taste and odor and sediments. And then it goes through an electrolysis chamber. Okay, so if you remember, I said this is a K8. In this model, the K8 has 8 titanium plates dipped in platinum. So there's an important understanding why we have titanium and platinum. Titanium is an incredible conductor of electricity. Very powerful. And this is, I mean, I don't know if we mentioned it, this is a medical device. In Japan, over 6,500 doctors that are part of the Association for Preventing Sickness and Disease, they've endorsed this for 50 years and continue to endorse it year after year after year. And this is a certified medical device, and Japan is the hardest country in the entire world to actually receive that certification. It takes at least 12 years. Very high standards. So they choose the best inside. It's what's inside that is really the most important part. The outside, anyone can make a shell look similar. It's what's going on the inside and the level of standards that are met to create this device, this technology. Platinum is the best coating for the titanium because titanium can break down easily. Platinum is the best when it comes to dealing with erosion because there's a lot of knockoffs out there that have like, oh, they may seem cheaper, but guess what happens? The insides break down and then you're drinking water that could have mold, could have like people actually get sick from cheap machines. So just like the water in bottles, thinking, oh, this is healthy, buying a knockoff machine is a bad idea. And I have actually personally connected with people who have owned 10 to 12 different types of machines. They have never found one that actually does what it's supposed to do except for the system. And these are people that are doctors. So pretty crazy. So I just want to mention that. So we've got, it goes through the electrolysis chamber. In this model, again, the K8 has 8 titanium plates dipped in platinum, and then the water is electrified within that chamber. So it sends energy, electricity, just like lightning hitting a lake, right? Or hitting the ocean. So again, think about lightning striking water. This is how nature electrolyzes water. And that's what this is doing. It is mimicking what Mother Nature does naturally. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so that is what happens. The next point that we wanted to touch on is the free radicals. It's something that in our modern day life we simply cannot escape. They are in the air that we breathe in, they are in the foods that we eat, they are into electromagnetic fields, and even, sleep deprivation, stress, strenuous exercise, we get a buildup of these free radicals. So what's supposed to happen, and this is a process that we can't escape at all, so what's supposed to happen in your body is that would be balanced out by the antioxidants that we have, and together we would be brought to a state of homeostasis. The body is in state of balance, basically. The problem happens when we have too many of these free radicals and there's a huge buildup and there aren't enough antioxidants to balance them out. And this is what leads to what it's called oxidative stress, oxidative damage. So as I said, that happens when we have an abundance of these free radicals that cause cellular damage. And the apple here in this picture demonstrates that basically when we cut it in half and it's exposed to air, therefore oxygen, that's when it goes brown, the damage is done. And aging in essence is oxidation, as you Tracy taught me. So these antioxidants is what we need, but there is also such a thing as having too many of those. So we need to be mindful at all times.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So why are we sharing all of this with you? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, you know, there's information here that people need to know. First of all, we need to understand that there's a solution, but even before that, we need to understand that there's a problem. And I really invite you guys to really, you know, stay very open to this, because this is the reason we're here is because we know the power. And there's something really cool about the water when it goes through electrolysis is the abundance of molecular hydrogen in this water. Okay. And you may be new to that term. I certainly was. I'm like, what? Like, isn't hydrogen, you know, is that dangerous? And it's not. There are so many incredible, powerful benefits to hydrogen that we're going to share with you. So the benefits to you, including the convenience of pushing a button and getting, you know, all of these amazing waters in your drinking water. It is so clean and delicious, first of all. Like, I remember I used to have to drink my water so cold just to get over the taste of the water. And that was from a Brita. That was from like all kinds of things, different types of water. It's clean and delicious, and it's hydrogen rich. And this is all part of that process it goes through, the electrolysis process. And hydrogen is an effective and selective antioxidant. And why hydrogen is dissolved, oh, you can go back for a sec, B. Yeah. I'm quite done. So why hydrogen is dissolved in water, when hydrogen is dissolved in water at high concentration, it turns this water into a substance that's been tested and proven to have therapeutic potential in over 170 diseases and therapeutic to every organ in our body. There is thousands of studies. They have done over 2,000 studies and published as many articles online. So there is a plethora of information out there. And these articles online are all around revolving around hydrogen-rich water and hydrogen therapies. This is not new. This has been used for a very long time. And hydrogen has the ability to act as a selective antioxidant, going after the excess of hydroxyl radicals, which are cytotoxic. So cytotoxic is damaging our cells, toxic to our cells. We don't want anything in our body that is damaging our cells, because that's what we're made of. And if our cells aren't healthy, we are not healthy. We do not feel good. Cytotoxic, as I said, means toxic to living cells. And molecular hydrogen has also shown up to regulate the body's ability to produce its own antioxidants. So now the body is getting support dealing with those cytotoxic, very excess amounts of hydroxyl radicals. Thank you for that, checkbox. And it's helping the body upregulate more production of antioxidants. So now you've got the best army of defense. And think about, this is really something that resonated with me. If you think of something that's oxidizing, right? Oxidative stress, look at the apple. It's brown, it's aging, it's falling apart. The best combat to slow that down is the exact opposite of oxidizing, which is antioxidizing. So if my body's making more, and I'm dealing with an excess of the worst ones in my body that are really hurting my cells and hurting my health, that is a double whammy for me, and in a good way. So pretty amazing. One thing I wanted to mention, sorry, go back one more second, B.
Yeah.
So also hydrogen is very small. This is really important. So it doesn't stay in the body very long. They have seen it have signaling effects where it basically turns on your body system to boost the antioxidant production, further combating this oxidative stress. The side effects, are you ready? The side effects from drinking this water has been shown to last for hours beyond the hydrogen being in our bodies. So you're getting, it's like when I would teach a workout and they would work out hard, their bodies were still burning fuel, like they were still burning calories after their workout. When you drink this water, it's working for you all day long. It's amazing. And there's no negative side effects. None. You can't drink too much. You just feel great. That's the side effect. You feel amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a little passionate, as you can tell. So we're going to prove this hydrogen conversation to you, okay? Because like, how the heck does this actually work? So we're going to prove that to you. Watch this. This guy talking, he is a certified molecular, he is certified with the Molecular Hydrogen Institute. Amazing. Let's check it out.
I've just realized something. I'm not sure it's going to play on this screen, actually.
Oh, poop.
Because it's not the original presentation. Not to worry, what we'll do is I will post it in the link below so you can access it separately. It's less than 5 minutes. Apologies for that because it's on Tracey's presentation.
Yeah, no, amazing. And I definitely go back and look at that link. I think you'll be like amazed. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So as a fitness coach for 19 years, when I saw that athletes have been drinking this water, so some of them you may know, like Tom Brady. Do you guys know Tom Brady out there in England?
We do, indeed, yeah.
I mean, he is like, when it comes to an athlete who's in his 40s and is at the top level of his health, he drinks this water. He has a system, just like I have in my home, on his countertop, and he drinks this water. He's smart. He knows what's good for his body. Tiger Woods, Floyd Mayweather. I don't really know Floyd Mayweather, but I know that he is very, very, sorry about that. He is very, very popular in the boxing world. Conor McGregor. But a big one for me is Jillian Michaels. So Jillian Michaels, I've seen her speak.
I love her.
I've met her at a massive fitness conference. And when I heard she was drinking this water, like, she is my age. She is badass. She is so on her A game now, not just when she's 20, 30s, like, she's in her late 40s and she is so in shape. It's not just water, it's multiple things, but your water body's made of water. She's drinking this water every day. So really, really cool. And, there's a Shan Stratton. He's one of many trainers. He is a pro athlete, nutritional consultant. Like, look at here, NBA, NFL, MLB, like all these amazing, huge fitness, professional fitness organizations. He coaches within those organizations, and all of them drink this water. Pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah. So we want to back this up, right? Because, and like we had said, there's thousands of studies. There's actually been clinical trials with athletes. There's a book written. You can even share that within your community as well. If people really want to read the results of a clinical trial. I've actually personally done a video on it explaining the trial as well. I'm happy to share that with you. It's quite mind-blowing, but there's so much research. So, here's one particular one. Hydrogen-rich water significantly affected post-exercise blood pH and lactates. So what that means for an athlete is their bodies, after you work out, guys, like if you're someone who likes to work out, if you live an active lifestyle, your body experiences oxidative stress through that. It experiences lactic acid buildup. Your muscles are bathing in acid. We got to get that out as fast as possible. And when you do that, you recover faster, you have less injuries, you have more energy, you can go longer. So, when you're at that workout class and you've got like 10 minutes left and you've run out of steam, that won't happen anymore. And what does that mean for you? Well, it means that you're getting more out of your workouts, which means you're getting better results and you're getting to your results in your fitness world faster. I don't know, sounds pretty good to me. Adequate hydration with hydrogen-rich water pre-exercise reduces blood lactate levels and improved exercise-induced decline of muscle function. So you know, I used to, when I was teaching spin classes, I could not drink a lot of water. Now I can drink 2 full liters of water and go for a run. And my run is phenomenal. I don't get tired, and that's in heavy duty heat. So hydration is where it's at. Hydrogen water supplement could effectively reduce the oxidized substances in athletes before, during, and after exercise, and could prevent the free radical injury caused by high intensity exercise. So all of these links, B can share with you as well. If you want a link, you can reach out to her to, you know, to start you on that journey of maybe doing your own research. I am a huge advocate for getting empowered. And how do you get empowered? You get knowledge, the right knowledge, not just going out there and Googling anything with opinions. We want to help you understand the right places, the Google Scholars, the PubMed.gov, right? Those places. Cool. So why Enagic? Well, Enagic is the Japanese organization who is the manufacturer of this incredible technology. And Enagic actually means energy and magic. And, you know, maybe, well, I'll share my story first, B, and then you can share yours. Mm-hmm. So why, you know, why Enagic? Well, coaching women for 19 years in the fitness world, drinking a lot of water, loving water, and also loving my family and wanting to know that anything that I can control that's going into their world, I want to make sure it's the best, because there's nothing worse than someone that you care about that isn't living their best life. And so when I learned about this, when I did a very small amount of research in the beginning, because for me, I experienced the water. I was blessed enough to have someone that could share water with me. And I went every single day and got water. I remember running out and I was panicked. I'm like, I need this water. I need this water. So it was about a week I knew I had to drink this water because I felt a difference. I felt a difference in how I slept, my energy, my skin started to clear up. And then all these things over time started to shift for me and improve my health because my body was working better. I saw changes in my kids. You know, we weren't needing to take any medications anymore, any antibiotics. No one was getting sick. Like all these things, we were just living a healthier, better life. And as a mom, that's what I wanted. Most important, you know, is to make sure my family is healthy. And then shockingly, because of the changes that I was, you know, going through, people saw those changes. They saw differences in me physically. And, you know, when you feel good physically, you also feel better mentally. So, you know, I was out there coaching women, showing up for all these women. I was able to do that even in a better way, as a better version of me. And that was a massive impact on my business, on my health, on my family. And then I was able to actually share that with other people and didn't even realize, like when something is great in my life, I like to share. If I know it can empower and help someone else, I share. This was no different. And as I started to share, they, you know, wanted to know how they could start drinking this water too. And unbeknownst to me, there was an opportunity here, an opportunity for me to really make a difference in other people's health. And so I started to do this as a business. And absolutely, for someone who's been in the corporate world for over 25 years, in a position of sales and growing teams and all of that stuff, I have never felt more rewarded for the impact I can have on others' lives. And that's how I met B. So that's a little bit about my story. And I just want to really say thank you guys for sharing or for taking the time to listen. And I hope that what we're sharing today is going to have a positive impact on your life.
Thank you, Tracy. That's such a beautiful story. I'll say a little bit about my story, which was very different to yours. So there are, you know, different people and different ways we operate. I didn't have the opportunity to do the water share or try the water with anybody because Tracy is in Canada. So what I did is that I was quite interested in the research, and with these things, it's quite easy to go down the rabbit hole, and the more you know, the more you realize you don't know, and you just keep digging and digging and digging. So eventually I got to the point that I think it was about a year that I thought that is it, I can't live without this. And also, before I got to that point, maybe any of you can relate, I was quite healthy. I was eating reasonably well. I was exercising. I was taking food supplements. I thought I was looking after my body. And I didn't feel fantastic, you know. I felt okay. But I can't say that before I got healthy and back to my unhealthy days, that there was a life transformation. I felt better, but I guess I felt I was just getting by and I wasn't thriving. So now I've had just over a year drinking this water, and it has completely transformed my life. The biggest thing was the energy. I honestly don't remember in my entire adult life when I've had as much energy as I have now. And it was phenomenal. So I just dived right in when I was ready. So machine came and I went straight to 9.5. My husband wanted to ease in, so he started with the lower pH. So I had it for 2 days, and the second day I woke up and I was like, whoa. I was just like, oh, I don't know, I could go for a run or something. I didn't just, barely open my eyes and I think, coffee, another coffee, I need 5 coffees before I could even get up, It's just like this. It's hard to explain it unless you experience it. So the energy and the mental clarity. And now I look back and think what I have achieved in this last year in my personal life, in my business. And my biggest regret is that I didn't do it a year earlier, because I've robbed myself of a year of having all this energy, all this mental clarity. I've lost loads of weight. I sleep better. The same as you, my skin is better. People just asking me, what are you on? What have you changed? Because you're like a completely different person. Well, actually, I am. And I was doing the things that I was saying people do. We focus on the 5%, the exercise, the diet, but what about the 95%, which is the hydration? So if anything is going to have a huge impact in life, it is going to be this. And I also had a reminder of this, because you do actually get used to feeling fantastic, I must admit. So when you go away and you don't have the water, you realize that, oh my God, how much you miss it. And so my husband, he's a typical Brit that functions of copious amounts of cups of tea. So we're still working on drinking more water, but when he was working from home, I made a point, bringing him glasses of water every couple of hours. And normally when he has his day off, he likes to what he calls potter. So YouTube channels or whatever he watches people fishing, or he'll do little, basically. He will just rest. So anyway, again, 2 days on this water. I went out, did something. I came back, and within a couple of hours, he had washed our clothes, he had changed the bedding, he had hoovered, he had washed his car, he had washed my car. And I was like, who is this person? And he said, oh, I'm feeling very energetic today. And I said, it's because you're hydrated. It's because you haven't experienced what a proper hydration feels like, and your body is loving it. And once you've had it, there's just no way you want to turn back. Anyway, the same as Tracy, you get quite excited when you talk about these things, because I don't know, we both share the same mission, that we must share the knowledge. People need to know about this. Not enough people know about this. And look, we deserve to thrive. We deserve to feel and look our best, not just get by. And I would say that the least that you deserve and that you should give to yourself is the opportunity to find out more.
Yeah.
So I would invite you to reach out and to book a complimentary consultation with myself or Tracy, or both of us, and we can talk through the different options that are available, because there are different options for different people, and to see what would best suit your needs. But you deserve this. We only live once. And
Yeah.
don't be reactive when it comes to your health. Don't wait until something goes wrong. You know, be proactive. We will pay for expensive cars and nice clothes and nice homes, but this is really the place where you have to live, and you only get one home like this. So
Yeah.
look after it the best you can.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I love all of that, B, you know, and um really, like, at this point, if you're still watching, uh keep your heart open, because we have been programmed to go right into skepticism mode and not believe in something that we can't truly see as tangible. Feeling good is something we all desire, but we think that there is a direct roadmap to getting there. And everyone is unique. Every body is unique. Up to this point in your life right now, you have had a unique experience. But what is the same about all of us is all of our bodies we all started the same, right? It wasn't until we got, toxic in terms of what we put in our bodies, on our bodies, our experiences in life, and all of those things change us mentally and physically. The beauty of this water is returning your body back to balance so it can just start to function the way it's meant to. And as it functions better, you will feel better. So whatever level of health you're in right now, what we're sharing with you today has no negative side effects. It will only move you in a direction of feeling better. And if that is something that really interests you, yeah, reach out to us, reach out to B, DM B. So B, are you going to drop a link to book a call with you, or are you going to just have them send you a personal DM? How
A
was that?
personal DM, please. Yes, and then
Okay.
we can take it from there. So
Send a message to B, and in this call, just so you know, it'll be about 15 minutes, really. And what we would want to know from you is what's important to you right now. We want to meet you exactly where you're at, understanding what's motivating you to feel better. You may not be motivated to switch your water, but you're probably motivated to improve your health in some way. And if that's the case, we want to understand that more. And then we want to make sure that we have empowered you to feel really good about your next step. So that's what that call will be about. And then really customizing something that fits fits your budget, fits your needs, fits your lifestyle, all of those things. And we're excited to do that for you. So wherever you're at in your day right now, wherever you're at in your life, just know water is one of the 4 pillars, and 99% of us have not addressed it, but you get to be the 1%. And that's pretty cool.
It is. What a beautiful note to end on, Tracy. Thank you. We would love to hear from you. Yes, and we'll meet you where you're at, because we're all at different places, just like Tracy said. Yeah.
Awesome. Yay.
Yeah, so thank you. So thank you everyone for watching, and stay healthy, happy, hydrated, and we would love to hear from you. Thank you.